Good evening and welcome to the Media Arts and Studies Awards Ceremony. I'm Roger Cooper. I'm a member of the Student and Alumni Relations Committee in the School of Media Arts and Studies, and I want to welcome you to this celebration of our students' work and a recognition of the excellent work that our students have done throughout this very challenging year. And it has been a challenging year. We know that it's tough out there, but I'm incredibly proud of how our students have continued to work and produce and do amazing things despite these challenges. And that really bodes well for our students and their futures. So we recently held our 19th annual 48-hour shootout. This was the first time it was done virtually, and first place was awarded to the amateurs for their production of How the Soup Spills. The genre was a mockumentary. The prop was chicken noodle soup, and the line of dialogue was, "To tell you the truth, I lied." Let's take a look.
Do I get like a makeup crew or something? This is where I sit? Hi, I'm Barbara Ann Schmidt, and I'm the president of Lamba Lamba Pie. As lunch ladies, we strive for service, excellence, and love.
Hey, I'm Helga. I'm the vice president of Lamba Lamba Pie. My hobbies include cooking, baking, and sending unsolicited noodles to unsuspecting men. Shh. Nationals are coming tomorrow, and Barbara is stressed. She doesn't want a repeat of last year.
Things have been kind of rough in the past, but I think Barbara's actually really starting to like me. Sue! Is the soup ready? Yeah. You're literally poisoning me!
Never think.
Fucking Sue. So every year, our national lunch lady representative comes to evaluate our chicken noodle soup. We did it, girlies. We made the perfect chicken noodle soup. Yay! 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 Who is that?
Salt lady! Who's ready to party? Whoa! There's a camera! Hey, Mom!
Chad, Brad, who invited you? Our national rep is coming tomorrow.
Oh, we're in a party! Brad. It says Brad. So, my name's Chad. Son. So the other day, Chad and I were just chilling at his crib. I was like, Chad, you hear that noise? You hear that noise right in the back. I was like, Brad, what is that? And I was like, I'm Brad. He was like, wait, he's Chad. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, Chad. And so he went out to see what was out, and he was like, oh my god, a box of fucking noodles. I was like, where are these noodles from? He was like, Chad, I don't even know. I was like, oh, Brad. And I also don't even know. Wait, what was the question?
What is your name?
Oh, yeah, I'm Brad. Oh, shit, dude, you made us some soup?
No, Chad, you're so funny. I made this for the reps that are coming tomorrow from National.
Oh, shit. Well, Brad, you heard the lady.
Helga! Come up here right now! It's stuck again!
Oh
no. Dude, this looks tight. Lemon and pepper? Wait, what if you took the lemon, extracted it out, totally put it all in, and then the pepper? Bro, you are so right. Oh, shit.
Wait, you're not leaving, are you?
Yeah.
You didn't touch the soup, right?
Nah. To tell you the truth, I lied. Yeah.
So So if we don't pass inspection this year, we're gonna lose our charter and get banned from the Lynch Lady community and just be like total rejects. But now that I'm president, we're like totally gonna pass the inspection.
Get that shit out of my face!
No! What the fuck, Sue? I didn't do anything.
Congratulations to all the teams that participated in the 48-hour shootout. And now to present the college awards, I'd like to introduce Assistant Dean Greg Moeller.
Scripps College of Communications scholarships are awarded to talented students who make significant contributions to the School of Media Arts and Studies outside the classroom while demonstrating financial need and academic merit. This year's award goes to Gabby Coker and Rebecca Pop. Gabby is an aspiring videographer and editor majoring in integrated media with a minor in film. She has high hopes of becoming a director of photography for the Walt Disney Studios, Happy Madison Productions, or Warner Brothers. Rebecca Pop. Rebecca is a rising senior pursuing a degree in games animation with a minor in marketing. She is currently the president of the Ohio University Animation Club and is currently employed at the Ohio University Grid Lab, helping to create a space team building simulation. She recently got accepted into the Theme Parks and Storytelling Study Abroad class for fall semester 2021, and she loves to spend her extra time with her dog, Snickers. Congrats, Gabby and Rebecca. I love that dog's name. The Scripps College of Communication General Endowment. This year's awards go to Gabriel Antonuccio and Dalton Teasley. Gabriel is a sophomore studying integrated media production with a minor in film. He has a passion for film and loves his experiences at OU, emphasizing that passion. He's been able to work on a set through the organization Rough Cut Collective, as well as participate in and organize both the 2020 and 2021 48-hour shootout. Dalton is a rising senior in the School of Media Arts and Studies. He is an aspiring music industry professional, hoping to bring people together through their songs and creativity. Dalton loves the idea of using stories intertwined in media to connect to others while building new relationships. Congrats, Gabriel and Dalton. College of Communication Multicultural Enhancement Award. This award is presented to a student of diverse background, and this year's award goes to Emma Gabriel. Emma is a second year here at Ohio University, majoring in music production and the recording industry. She hopes to enter the music industry and play a major role in the process of music distribution. Her dream job would be to manage musicians or be a talent scout for a label. Congrats, Emma. The Lyon Family Scholarship. The Lyon Family Scholarship is awarded to a full-time undergraduate student in the Scripps College of Communication that has demonstrated academic merit. This year's award goes to Alana Spriggs. Alana is a junior at Ohio University studying screenwriting and producing. She hopes to one day work in television, film, and hopefully even theater. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Andy Walla, and I teach video production classes here in the School of Media Arts and Studies. One of my favorite things to see is when students have the opportunity to collaborate across majors. A great example of this is when students in my intermediate video production class get to work with students in Brick City Records to create music videos for their artists. It's just a great opportunity for my students to learn what it's like to produce for a client, and the Brick City Records students love having someone else make the music videos for them. So it's just a great partnership, and we're always really proud of the videos that are made. But I wanted to take time during this ceremony to showcase my personal favorite video this semester for an artist, Camille. And I wanted to give a shout out to the students who created this video, Holly Cooper, Lily Gephardt, Josh Green, Isabel Roberts, and Matt Seeds. So let's take a look at their work.
Wonder what I'm allowed to wear this week. Can't show my stomach or my chest. I know you like your women weak, so tell me the rules and I'll follow them. While you hang by the pool and I'll learn to swim. Oh, well, I almost forgot how it felt, so I wrote it all down. And it's you these words are all about. And I'm wondering how you felt, 'cause you know me so well. It's always been you these words are all about. You know I can't stand my own company, but yours is worse. Yes, it is. I don't care if you can't stand me. Who do you think you are? You're a nightmare. No one cares about your car or your stupid hair. Oh, well, I almost forgot how it felt, so I wrote it all down. And it's you these words are all about. And I'm wondering how you felt, 'cause you know me so well. It's always been you these words are all
It's so great to see how our students collaborate in the school. So one of the great joys of being on the Student and Alumni Relations Committee is that we get to give away money, literally tens of thousands of dollars for scholarships to help our students. And this is because of the generous donations by friends and family and alumni of the school. And so we'd like for donors and faculty to present the scholarships in the School of Media Arts and Studies.
The Thomas H. Strike Memorial Scholarship was established in honor of Tom Strike, who graduated from OU in 1978 with a degree in audio production. This award recognizes the achievements, promise, and potential of a junior or senior in the audio sequence. This year's recipient is Emma Gabriel. Emma is a second-year student here at Ohio University, majoring in music production and recording industry. She hopes to enter the music industry and play a major role in the process of music distribution. Her dream job would be to manage musicians or be a talent scout for a label. Congratulations, Emma.
Hello, I'm very happy to present the award, the Philip E. Schmidt Broadcasting Scholarship, to two of our undergraduate students. Philip Schmidt was a 1950 graduate of the radio television program who had a successful career in broadcasting. He specialized in radio, and his best memories of campus center around the radio station that was then housed in an old Army concert hut where Alden Library now stands. This award goes to a junior or senior with academic merit and a focus on broadcasting. This year's recipients are Shania Huffman and Akira Jackson. Congratulations. Shania is a 25-year-old sophomore from Newark, Ohio, and is enrolled in the music production major at Ohio University. Akira is currently a sophomore in Media Arts and Studies program, majoring in integrated media and obtaining a certificate in Middle Eastern and North African studies. He hails from the burbs of Columbus, Ohio, and since childhood have had the dream of entering the entertainment industry in some shape or form. His current aspiration is to become a narrative film writer and director with a specialization towards horror, sci-fi, comedy, and stories that depict the lives of minority groups like the LGBTQ+ and MENA communities. Akira's passion for filmmaking, coupled with his unique experiences as a transgender Iraqi American, have led him to wanting to share those experiences with audiences around the world. He is the current president of the Society of Photographic Illustrators and a contributing member of AVW Studios. I wish both of you a hearty congratulations.
The Tyler Weymouth Memorial Scholarship recognizes a media student demonstrating academic and creative excellence in the School of Media Arts and Studies. This year's recipient is Devin Latura. Devin is a third-year media arts production student minoring in marketing. She is involved with the student organizations Fridays Live, Rough Cut Collective, and AVW Studios. She is also working on WOUB's Our Town documentary series, is an associate video producer at University Communications and Marketing, and in the past has been a video production intern for the Nelsonville Music Festival. Congratulations, Devin.
Hey everyone, we're the Bibby family from Olive Branch, Mississippi. I'm Shannon.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Patrick. I'm Dylan.
And we are here to announce the recipient of the Paige Ryan Bibby Memorial Scholarship in Communication. This scholarship was established in memory of our daughter, Paige. She was born in February 2011 and passed away at 6 days old. While she never got to walk the brick paths of College Green, watch the Marching 110 in a homecoming parade, or experience the joys of dorm life, she was a Bobcat by default. Our family bleeds green and white, and if there's one thing we learned during our time in Athens, it's that Bobcats take care of Bobcats. And that is exactly what we intend to do while honoring our daughter's memory and fighting spirit. It is our hope that Paige's legacy lives on through this scholarship and its recipients.
We are excited today to announce that this year's scholarship award goes to Gabriel Antonuccio. Gabriel's a sophomore studying integrated media production with a minor in film. He has a passion for film, and he's loved his experiences at OU, emphasizing that passion. He's been able to work on a set through the organization Rough Cut Collective, as well as participate in and organize both the 2020 and 2021 48-hour shootout. Congratulations, Gabriel. Go Bobcats!
Joseph Mickey Franco was a 1967 graduate of Ohio University's College of Business. He spent his career in the radio business, becoming the manager of radio operations for Nationwide Communications, Inc., overseeing 16 radio stations. The scholarship was established by Nationwide in Mickey's memory and is awarded to a senior active in radio and management. This year's awardee is Meredith Wamas. Meredith is a current junior with an academic focus on audio production and post-production. She works on a sound in a variety of ways, including film, music, games, podcasting, engineering, and theater. And she's looking forward to participating in the Ohio and LA program this fall.
Hello, I'm Brian Plow from the School of Media Arts and Studies, and tonight I'll be presenting the Robert L. Coe Scholarship. The Robert L. Coe Scholarship was established in memory of former ABC executive Bob Coe, a pioneer in the television industry who also served on our faculty from 1967 to 1973. The scholarship is awarded to an undergraduate student with an interest in broadcast engineering or broadcast management. The award is also based on academic merit. This year's award goes to Harlan Friedman Rommel. Harlan is a sophomore integrated media major pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Communication. On campus, Harlan is a member of student film organizations Rough Cut Collective and AVW Studios, while also performing in Fridays Live and Black Sheep Improv Group. Up in northeastern Ohio, he works as the resource director for the Last Moving Picture Company, the largest movie memorabilia collection outside the East and West Coasts. Harlan enjoys writing, cooking, and making music. Congratulations, Harlan.
Hi, I'm here to present the Leonard E. Auerbach Regional Reps Corporation Scholarship. Founded in 1956 and originally named Ohio Stations Representatives, Regional Reps is the oldest and largest radio station sales representative firm in Ohio, specializing in small and medium markets, and one of the oldest and largest in the country, with offices in Cleveland, Cincinnati, Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, and New York. The Leonard E. Auerbach Regional Reps Corporation Scholarship is awarded to a junior or senior interested in broadcast advertising sales, especially radio. This year's scholarship goes to Shania Huffman. Shania is a 25-year-old sophomore from Newark, Ohio, and enrolled in the music production major at Ohio University. Congratulations, Shania.
Hey, Bobcats. I'm here to present the winner of the Doug Hill Memorial Scholarship, or what I like to call the Friends of Doug Hill Scholarship. It was named for an audio graduate named Doug Hill, but it was really founded and supported by our amazing group of friends who were media and journalism school pals. I bet you have some Bobcat friends like that. Anyway, this award is presented to a junior with a specialization in audio or radio production. And this year's winner is Sarah Rubsam. Yay, Sarah! Sarah is a third-year integrated media major. She has a double major in interactive design through the School of Visual Communications. She has a minor in Spanish, and she's pursuing a social media certificate. It's a lot of stuff going on. Sarah sits as the president of 4 Paws for Ability Ohio University, and she fosters a service dog. In her free time, Sarah loves puzzles and loves hanging out with her 4 Paws dog, Lovella. Congratulations, Sarah. Welcome to the Friends of Doug Hill family, and we want you to make us proud. Good luck.
I'm here to present the Christine Twardzik Memorial Scholarship. Christine was a video production major when she died in a car accident in 2006. She was active in Fridays Live and on the weekly show Streetwalking. She was a producer on the shows and always led with a smile and created lots of laughter around her. The Twardzik family created a scholarship in her name, and the award goes to a Media Arts and Studies major with a minimum GPA of 3.0. And I'm pleased to say that we have 2 awardees this year. And Christine's parents, Jeff and Sandy, who always came down to Athens when we had the ceremony live, would be very pleased with these selections. Productions, and hopefully next year we'll see them again in Baker Center. Stephanie Schilla is the first awardee. Steph is a third-year media arts production student with a concentration in screenwriting and producing. She has minors in marketing and theater and a women's gender and sexuality studies certificate. She is involved with the student organizations Fridays Live and the Lost Flamingo Theater Company, and she will be in the Fall Ohio and LA program. Kaiya Easton is a journalism and music production major. He strives to enter the field of music journalism after college. Ohio University and the community has really helped him hone his skills and find his goals. And so, again, congratulations to Steph and Kaiya on this really important scholarship to the school. And again, I hope to see Jeff and Sandy in Baker Center next year. And again, thank you for endowing this scholarship in Christine's name.
Ralph J. Bitzer graduated from Ohio University in 1946 with a degree in electrical engineering. He established and conducted a successful consulting engineering company in St. Louis, Missouri, designing and constructing many radio and TV stations throughout the United States. His reputation of success of acquiring FCC licenses for every application submitted remains unsurpassed. He was a strong advocate of education for young people. The Media Bitzer Awards go to students who desire to enhance the quality of their learning through our exclusive immersive industry experiences. This year's recipients are Austin Alford, Stephanie Schilla, Jolie Hansen, Sarah Rubsam, Dalton Teasley, Maria Breckenridge, Sarah Dudziak, Elizabeth Reiser, Hayden Johnson, Cade Edens, Jake Curran, and Megan Wolf. Austin is a junior games and animation student from Cincinnati, Ohio. Currently, he is a member of and serves as the social media manager for the Ohio University Animation Club. He is a member of the Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society and has the honor of being chosen for the Ohio and LA experience this summer. Previously, he worked in the Grid Lab as a VR/AR assistant and served as the animation and sound design lead and editor for the Animation Club's 48-hour shootout entry. Stephanie is a third-year media arts production student with a concentration in screenwriting and producing, 2 minors in marketing and theater, and a women's gender and sexuality studies certificate. She is involved with the student organizations Fridays Live and the Lost Flamingo Theater Company. Jolie is a junior pursuing a degree in games and animation with additional studies in virtual reality and a certificate in WGSS. Her favorite university activity is being the vice president of the Ohio University Animation Club. She is currently an employee of the Grid Lab, where she works on animations and walkable VR projects. Her favorite thing to do is to spend time with her kitten, Zuko. Sarah is a third-year integrated media major with a double major in interactive design through the School of Visual Communications. She has a minor in Spanish and is pursuing a social media certificate. Sarah sits as the president of 4 Paws for Ability Ohio U and fosters a service dog in training through the organization. In her free time, Sarah loves puzzles and hanging out with her 4 Paws dog, Lavella. Dalton is a rising senior in the School of Media Arts and Studies. He is an aspiring music industry professional, hoping to bring people together through their songs and creativity. Dalton loves the idea of using stories intertwined in media to connect to others while building new relationships. Maria is a senior studying integrated media. She specializes in post-production editing and is very passionate about storytelling. She's looking forward to spending the summer in Los Angeles while also working an internship in addition to the program. After graduation this fall, she plans on moving out west with a couple of friends and starting her career as soon as possible. She's so thankful for all the staff at Scripps for being a major influence in her time at Ohio University. Sarah is a senior studying screenwriting and double minoring in business and marketing. She loves to travel, whether a local weekend getaway or a long trip. She is ecstatic to participate in the Ohio and LA program through Scripps this summer. Her hope is to gain development and marketing experience within the film industry that she can put to use after graduation. She has awesome professors and teachers to thank for her college success, and especially wants to thank her mom and sisters. She shares, "Go Bobcats." Elizabeth is a junior at Ohio University majoring in media production with a minor in marketing. She is a member of the Variant Magazine videography team and Rough Cut Collective. Elizabeth has been accepted into the Ohio and LA program for the fall of 2021. She is excited to finish her education at Ohio University and would like to thank her professors and family for all their support. Hayden is a senior studying integrated media with a minor in communication studies. They are the president of AVW Studios and the vice president of Black Sheep Improv. Hayden has been a part of over 20 short films at OU and has won 3 48-hour shootouts. They are very excited to be attending the Ohio and LA program this summer and would like to thank their family, friends, professors, and partner for their continued support. Cade is extremely grateful for his time here at the School of Media Arts and Studies. He has grown so much thanks to his instructors and the school has introduced him to some of his closest friends as well. AVW Studios has given him amazing opportunities and has given him a taste of what he plans on doing post-college. In addition, he received invaluable experience through his time as a camera operator and director at the Ohio Hockey Network. He is honored to have been a part of the creation of OHN and to have the chance to work with so many amazing, talented people. He is excited for what the future holds and wants to thank Ohio University for opening so many doors. Jake is a junior in music production and recording industry with a minor in business administration. He is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is a music producer, musician, and a songwriter. He's played guitar for 13 years, but also plays bass, piano, and drums, as well as performing some vocals. Megan is a junior integrated media student, minoring in film, along with a certificate in diversity studies, with a love for writing, directing, and post-production work. She is currently involved in Rough Cut Collective, allowing her to be a part of several COVID-safe productions this semester, including her own project that she wrote, directed, and is currently editing. Megan loves creating projects that seek to represent and give a voice to those who are marginalized. She has a passion for social awareness and wants to shine a light on difficult subject matter through the art and practice of filmmaking. This fall, she plans to further her education in Los Angeles, where she will take part in the Ohio and LA program and gain industry experience in the post-production field. Megan is incredibly grateful for all the opportunities the media school has provided. She would like to thank each of her professors for their encouragement, support, and for providing the best possible education, especially amidst COVID-19. Congrats to all of our award winners.
Hi, this is Lake Khan, and I will be presenting the Leon Family Scholarship. This scholarship is awarded through the Scripps College of Communication to an exceptional media student. This year, the award goes to Macy Wright. Macy is a Lynx peer mentor as well as member of 2 clubs, JMAJ and Bobcat Tabletop. This fall, she will be the vice president of JMAJ. Congratulations, Macy.
William C. Brand is a 1987 graduate of the School of Telecommunications, now known as the School of Media Arts and Studies. Brand made this gift to honor 6 of his classmates, roommates, and friends with whom he formed lasting and meaningful relationships with while at Ohio University. Those honored include Kate Barter Arnold, Mary Ann Kelly, Dan Cross, Sarah Thayer Schneider, Elizabeth Stanek Duet, and Brian Unger. The 73 West State Award recipient is awarded to an undergraduate student in the Scripps College of Communication based on potential, creativity, involvement through clubs, student organizations, and other involvement on campus. While academics are important, the donor wishes that the recipient also demonstrates individual potential, affinity to Ohio University, and involvement in their college experience. This year's recipient is Harlan Friedman Rommel. Harlan is a sophomore integrated media major pursuing a Bachelor's of Science in Communication. On campus, Harlan is a member of the student film organizations Rough Cut Collective and AVW Studios. He also performs in Fridays Live and Black Sheep Improv. Up in Northeast Ohio, he works as a resource director for the Last Moving Picture Company, the largest movie memorabilia collection outside of the East and West Coasts. Harlan enjoys writing, cooking, and making music. Congratulations, Harlan.
I'm Greg Newton, and it's my pleasure as the Associate Dean in the Scripps College and as the faculty advisor for the past 20 years at ACRN to present the Archie Greer Scholarship. Established in 1986, the Archie Greer Scholarship was created by many of Archie's former students in recognition of his outstanding leadership as a professor and director of the school, which was then called the School of Radio and Television. He is credited for building the TCOM program and was the first director of the school when the College of Communication was formed. He was a strong supporter and was the original faculty advisor of the all-campus radio network, which is now called ACRN Media. Archie passed away having lived a full life that influenced many, many Ohio University graduates. This year's winner of the Archie Greer Scholarship is Madeline Thomas. Madeline is a freshman and she's pursuing a dual degree in journalism and music production. She is currently working part-time as an audio production assistant for WOUB and is a writer for Odyssey at OU. She recently started writing blog content for Women in the Music Industry's website. She's also involved with the Audio Engineering Society, the ACRN production crew, and Links. Madeline made the Dean's List this year and hopes to begin an editorial internship this summer.
My name's Scott Smith. I'm a graduate of Ohio University and a member of the All-Campus Radio Network, class of 1997. I'm here to present the ACRN Charles Vogue Scholarship on the 50th anniversary of ACRN. If music, journalism, sound production, building a business, or even radio is your thing, you don't necessarily have to do it at ACRN. There are other places to do those things at OU. But if you choose to do those things at ACRN, it's a little different. And though it's a cliche, it's because of the people you're surrounded with. People who come together through music and culture and stand for the idea that you can collaborate with your friends and contribute to a legacy that is both uniquely yours and part of something greater than you at the same time. When I think about the kind of person you want at ACRN, Charlie Vogue comes to mind. He was with ACRN in the early to mid-90s. He epitomized the spirit of ACRN, a fun-loving, dedicated person who did what others said cannot be done. An introspective, quiet, and caring guy, he was always willing to fill in a shift when someone needed him and willing to participate in whatever crazy scheme the station hatched. Charlie had a strong work ethic, and he helped people at the station become better and make ACRN sound great. He was loved by many and was an inspiration to many others. The scholarship bearing his name goes to someone who has made a significant contribution of their time and their talent to ACRN, who gives of themselves in the same way that Charlie did. This person can be a sophomore, junior, or senior, with a preference given to those in the Scripps College of Communication. The 50th anniversary recipient of the ACRN Charles Vogue Scholarship is Kaya Easton. Kaya is a junior who grew up in Athens and first found out about ACRN through its annual Lobster Fest. He's a journalism major, and he's done editorial and the work on the website and work for the promotions department. He's now a member of the ACRN Executive Board, and he is a member of the future of ACRN. Congratulations, Kaya.
I'm Steve Howard, and I'm honored to present the J.R. Newhart Scholarship to Elena Grimm. Elena is finishing up her first year at Ohio as a media arts production student. She wants to produce media that will impact people across the world. She loves creating films that combine various elements that come together to make the audience feel an intense emotion. Choosing the best music for a scene or highlighting a subtle action using a specific camera angle. These little things can have such an impact on the way a film is perceived by the audience, and she's thrilled to be able to explore the possibilities.
Hi, I'm Beth Novak, and it's my privilege to announce the Jeffrey Chaddock Endowed Scholarship. Jeffrey Chaddock graduated from the College of Communication with a Bachelor's of Science in Information and Telecommunications System, known then as the Communication Systems Management, back in 1988. He is currently a financial advisor with the Chaddock Group, an Ameriprise financial services firm with offices in Athens and Gahanna, Ohio. He is on the board of the Ohio University Foundation and was named one of the top 1,000 advisors in Barron's in 2013. The scholarship is awarded to an Athens campus student majoring in any of the 5 schools within the Scripps College of Communication with a minimum 3.0 GPA and having completed 30 hours by the end of spring semester of their freshman year. They must have demonstrated leadership abilities. And this year's award goes to Madeline Thomas. Madeline is a freshman and she is pursuing a dual degree in journalism and music production. She is currently working part-time as an audio production assistant for WOUB. Madeline is a writer for Odyssey at OU, and she recently started writing blog content for the Women in the Music Industry website. She's also involved with the Audio Engineering Society, the All Campus Radio Network production crew, and Links. Madeline made the Dean's List this year, and she hopes to begin an editorial internship this summer. Congratulations, Madeline.
My name is Dr. Lawrence Wood, and I'm here to present the Michelle Lee Little Memorial Scholarship, and it's my privilege to do so. Who is Michelle Lee Little? Michelle was known as Mick to most. She loved concerts, she loved the color purple, and she was a proud Ohio University Bobcat. Her love for OU showed immensely during her last few years of life. She was determined to attend our university and obtain a degree in visual communications. Her life took a drastic change during her last year of high school in 2004. She was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma at that time, an adolescent cancer of the soft tissue. One of the first questions she asked the team of doctors was if she'd still be able to attend OU that fall. And it was quickly determined that her cancer treatments would prevent her from attending in person. So she began correspondence courses so that she could attend in person when the doctors gave her the go-ahead to do so. Next fall in 2005, she returned to OU. And she showed great strength, balancing her courses with her need to drive an hour twice a week for platelets and blood at a nearby hospital. But upon returning home for winter break, she was told again that her cancer had returned, and at this point in time that there were few treatment options. She passed away in January of 2007, January 9th, 2007. But her outlook during the treatment and as a student here and in life was always that I can do it. She always smiled and continually made us laugh during a very difficult time. Her strength and determination to obtain a college degree was admired by all and was extraordinary. The 2 fall quarters that she spent on campus were exciting. And her family and her friends are forever grateful for the time that she could spend at OU. Michelle requested that a scholarship be established in her name so that other students in the Scripps College of Communication would have the opportunity to obtain what her time on this earth did not allow for. in her honor and her name, and as a part of this scholarship, it's understood that we are all to seize the opportunities that we have every single day of our life. This year's winner of the Michelle Lee Little Memorial Scholarship is Akira Jackson. Akira is currently a sophomore in the Media Arts and Studies program, majoring in integrated media and obtaining a certificate in Middle Eastern and North African Studies. He hails from the burbs of Columbus, Ohio, and since childhood has had the dream of entering the entertainment industry in some shape or form. His current aspiration is to become a narrative film writer and director with a specialization towards horror, sci-fi, comedy, and stories that depict the lives of minority groups like the LGBTQ+ and MENA communities. Akira's passion for filmmaking, coupled with his unique experiences as a transgender Iraqi American, have led him to wanting to share those experiences with audiences around the world. He is the current president of the Society of Photographic Illustrators and a contributing member of AVW Studios.
The Jesse and Ruth Suzma Scholarship is awarded to qualified juniors in the Scripps College of Communication with financial need and academic merit. This year's winner are Jolie Hansen and Elizabeth Reeser. Jolie is a junior pursuing a degree in games and animation with additional studies in virtual reality and a certificate in WGSS. Her favorite university activity is being the vice president of the Ohio University Animation Club. She is currently an employee of the Greed Lab, where she works on animations and walkable VR projects. Her favorite thing to do is to spend time with her kitten, Zuko. Elizabeth is a junior at Ohio University majoring in media production with a minor in marketing. She's a member of the Variant Magazine videography team and the Rough Cut Collective. Elizabeth has been accepted into the Ohio NLA program for the fall of 2021. She's excited to finish her education at Ohio University and would like to thank her professors and family for all the support. Congratulations.
Ellen Woodward was an audio production major in the school and one of the first women to select audio as her area of emphasis. She was a junior in the program when she was killed in an automobile accident. To perpetuate her memory, her family established the scholarship in her name to be awarded to a junior or senior majoring in audio production. This year's recipient is Anne Fink. Annie is a junior from Ashland, Ohio, and is majoring in music production and recording industry. She is currently serving as the social media chair of WIMI, the social media director of the Ohio Indie Festival, and recently did some behind the scenes for the OU Music Industry Summit. In addition to these activities, she has been involved in WOUB Radio and has enjoyed her time on set for the production of Far Too Young and 2 short films that competed in the OU 48-hour shootout. Annie is looking forward to participating in the fall 2021 Ohio and LA program and is interested in artist management and music supervision after graduation. Congratulations, Annie.
I'm very pleased to present the Pat Cooper Ohio and LA Award. My wife passed away in August of 2019, and about 2 months before her passing, my mom and I endowed a scholarship in her name for Ohio and LA students who show financial need. And I'm very pleased to let you know that the endowment has grown enough now that we are able to provide 2 scholarships, one for the summer program and one for the fall program. So I'm very, very pleased about that. And the recipients this year are 2 amazing people that just happen to grace our school as majors and will do wonderful things in their career. The first is Sarah Dudziak. Sarah is a senior studying screenwriting with a double minor in business and marketing. She loves to travel. She's going to be in the summer LA program, and she's hoping to gain development and marketing experience connected to the film industry. And Sarah is going to be an amazing participant in the program. Sarah and I got to know each other. She was in my business and media class before COVID in 2020, and we did an exercise in the class. We had a guest speaker, and just happened that there was an odd number, and Sarah was sitting toward the front. And so she and I actually met and got to know each other, and was able to communicate our love for basketball. She coaches basketball. My dad coached basketball. I was not a good basketball coach, but I still like talking about it anyway. So congratulations to Sarah. And I'm very much excited to work with her in Los Angeles this summer. The recipient for the fall program is Megan Wolf. And Megan is a junior integrated media student, minoring in film, along with a certificate in diversity studies. She works with Rough Cut Collective. She's been involved in several COVID-safe projects. She loves creating projects that look to seek to represent and give voice to those who are marginalized. Megan is an amazing person. She's going to do great things. She will be in the fall program, and as with Sarah, I very, very much look forward to working with her, getting to know her better, and she's a fantastic student. She actually happens to be in my business and media class now. The last thing I wanted to say about that is that last year's recipient, Meredith Walmas, was not able to use her scholarship last year because we did not have a program in Los Angeles due to COVID, and Meredith will be in the fall program. So we'll actually have 3 recipients of Pat's scholarship participating in LA programs this year. And so I'm very, very pleased. And again, high congratulations to Sarah and Megan for honoring my wife in this way. And they're going to do spectacular things in their life and career.
I'm Brian Plow from the School of Media Arts and Studies, and tonight I'll be presenting the June and Allen Land Award Endowment. The June and Allen Land Award Endowment was created for students in the School of Media Arts and Studies with academic merits and an interest in media management. We have 2 winners of the June and Allen Land Endowment Award. This year's winners are Hayden Johnson and Meredith Wams. Hayden is a senior studying integrated media with a minor in communication studies. They are president of AVW Studios and vice president of Black Sheep Improv Group. Hayden has been a part of over 20 short films here at OU and has won 3 48-hour shootout film competitions. They are very excited to be attending OU in LA this summer and would like to thank their family, friends, professors, and partner for their continued support. Meredith Wams is currently a junior in the Honors Tutorial College with an academic focus on audio production and post-production. She works on sound in a variety of ways, including film, music, games, podcasting, engineering, and theater. She is also the Scripps College Equipment Room manager this year and has done a phenomenal job with that. And she's looking forward to participating in the Ohio in LA program this fall. Congratulations to both Hayden and Meredith.
I'm happy to announce the Nationwide Foundation Scholarships. Nationwide Communications Incorporated's first radio station signed on the air in 1946. During its time in the radio industry, it grew to become the 16th largest radio group in the country, operating 17 stations in 8 high-growth markets. The Nationwide Foundation made this gift to the School of Media Arts and Studies to leave a legacy recognizing its 5 decades in the radio industry, to support an institution to which has been closely tied for more than 40 years, and to demonstrate its commitment to education. The scholarships support students who will be engaging in internships in the coming year. This year's scholarships go to Kayla Burke, Austin Alford, Michael Boston, Lauren Steinkuhl, Aiden Neal, Maria Breckenridge, Cade Edens, Noah DeSantis, Megan Wolf, Jolie Hanson, and Elizabeth Reeser. I apologize if I've mangled anyone's name. Here's what we learned from them about their work. You'll see that they revealed different amounts of information, but they've each made us proud. Kayla is a senior, majoring in music production and the recording industry track, while also obtaining a minor in marketing. She's interested in many parts of the industry, including music production and engineering, music artist management, music artist marketing, and publicity. She's currently External Relations Chair for Women in the Music Industry, as well as Brick City Records as Publicity Director and Vice President. Austin is a junior games and animation student from Cincinnati. Currently, he's a member of and serves as social media manager for the Ohio University Animation Club. He's a member of the Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society and has the honor of being chosen for the Ohio in LA experience this summer. Previously, he worked in the Grid Lab as a VR/AR assistant and served as animation and sound design lead and editor for the Animation Club's 48-hour shootout entry. Michael would like to thank the Nationwide Foundation for this generous scholarship. He writes, "I had lost every large opportunity I worked for since I had gotten into college when the pandemic hit, and it means the world to me that they're willing to recognize my hard work and be part of helping me move forward in my career path. I'd also like to thank Ohio University for presenting me with the opportunity to obtain an education in an area of study I am truly passionate about and give me the opportunity to obtain said scholarship." Laura is a screenwriting and producing major interested in telling sci-fi fantasy stories and historical fiction with a focus on diverse voices. This year, she's had a development internship with Jesse James Films. Also, she's the PR exec for Blue Pencil Comedy. Aiden is a junior in games and animation with a corollary in virtual reality and an employee of the Grid Lab. Maria is a senior studying integrated media. She specializes in post-production editing and is very passionate about storytelling. She's looking forward to spending the summer in LA while also working on the internship in addition to the program. After graduation this fall, she plans on moving out west with a couple of friends and starting her career as soon as possible. She's so thankful for all the staff at Scripps for being a major influence in her time at OU. Cade is extremely grateful for his time here at the School of Media Arts and Studies. He has grown so much thanks to his instructors, and the school has introduced him to some of his closest friends. AVW Studios has given him amazing opportunities and has given him a taste of what he plans on doing post-college. In addition, he received invaluable experience through his time as a camera operator and director at the Ohio Hockey Network. He's honored to have been part of the creation of OHN and to have the chance to work with so many amazing, talented people. He's excited for what the future holds, thanks to OU opening so many doors. Noah is a sophomore in Ohio University Scripps College of Communication, pursuing a degree in integrated media. In addition to focusing on his academics, he devotes his time and energy to learning more about his field through activities and organizations outside of class. He's an active member of the Post, working as an associate for the multimedia section, producing and editing content. He's a member of the Ohio University Student Filmmaking Organization, Rough Cut Collective, and he writes scripts to be produced and works on the production sets of other members' films. He's recently wrapped production of Degenerates, a film he wrote and directed during the 3-day shoot involving a cast and crew of 20. He also works as associate of Heinen's grocery store in Chardon, Ohio, near his hometown. Megan is a junior integrated media student minoring in film, along with a certificate in diversity studies with a love of writing, directing, and post-production work. She's currently involved in the Rough Cut Collective, allowing her to be part of several COVID-safe productions this semester, including her own project that she wrote, directed, and is currently editing. Megan loves creating projects that seek to represent and give a voice to those who are marginalized. She has a passion for social awareness and wants to shine a light on difficult subject matter through the art and practice of filmmaking. This fall, she plans to further her education in Los Angeles, where she'll take part in the Ohio and LA program and gain industry experience in the post-production field. Megan is incredibly grateful for all the opportunities the Media School has provided. She'd like to thank each of her professors for their encouragement, support, and for providing the best possible education, especially amidst COVID-19. Jolie is a junior pursuing a degree in games and animation with additional studies in virtual reality and a certificate in WGSS. Her favorite university activity is being vice president of the Ohio University Animation Club. She's currently an employee of the Grid Lab, where she works on animations and walkable VR projects. Her favorite thing to do is to spend time with her kitten, Zuko. Elizabeth is a junior at Ohio University, majoring in media production with a minor in marketing. She's a member of Variant Magazine, videography team, and Rough Cut Collective. Elizabeth has been accepted into the Ohio and LA program for the fall. She's excited to finish her education at Ohio University and would like to thank her professors and family for all their support.
Congratulations to all the scholarship recipients. Now, I'd like to give a huge shout out to our student organizations in the school. It's a really important lifeblood of our school, and it's one of the things that makes us most unique in that our students can literally get involved in organizations from day one, and we see the fruits of that as our students continue to gain experience and work and make important connections, and that creates a lot of great work in the school and also sets the stage for being successful in the profession. So I just wanted to shout out to ACRN, Brick City Records, WIMI, the Animation Club, Bobcat Productions, Rough Cut Collective. I'm afraid I'm going to forget someone. Fridays Live. And if there's anyone that I forgot, please forgive me and put it in the chat room right now. But seriously, we love our student organizations, and they are a critical part of our school. And one other thing is, like, when I talk to alums, they always refer back to working in one of the student organizations, and they hold that very dear to them. And for the students in the school now, you'll feel the same way someday.
Rough Cut is an on-campus organization run by students for students, where we make short films, hands-on workshops, and tell stories. The reason Rough Cut is so important is that it presents people with opportunities to tell their story or to tell stories they want to. If I had advice for incoming media people or anyone interested in filmmaking in general, I would just say create nonstop. Just always be making something. You don't have to join clubs, you don't have to do whatever. You just have to be making, because that's how you learn and that's how you grow as a person and as a storyteller.
Hey, a big shout out to ACRN, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. It's an amazing organization. Congratulations on making it to 50. So far, we've focused on the undergraduate program, but we also have an outstanding graduate program, and we want to recognize some of the great work that our students are doing in the graduate program. And to do that, I'd like to introduce Steve Howard, who is the Director of Graduate Studies for the School of Media Arts and Studies.
I'm Graduate Committee Chair Steve Howard, and I'm happy to announce the winners of our Outstanding Graduate Paper Awards. for this year. The first is Laura Harbord for her paper entitled The Public's Frame, News Outlets, YouTube Comments, and the 2018 Teacher Strike in West Virginia. And Jian Chang's paper, Motherhood, Historical Trauma, and Temporality in Korean Horror, The Wailing and the Mimic. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you, Steve. Really happy that you can recognize our graduate students and the excellent work that they do. Now we'd like to present our Outstanding Senior Award, and to do that is our school director, Josh Antonuccio.
As you've seen tonight, the School of Media Arts and Studies is a special place. As director, I am privileged to help lead this community of smart, creative, thoughtful, and talented students and faculty who are passionate about their work. Every year, the faculty selects a graduating senior who has demonstrated both strong academic performance as well as exceptional involvement outside the classroom to receive our Outstanding Senior Award. It is a special honor. So this year, we have a tie, and as a result, we will be awarding to two individuals. The 2021 School of Media Arts and Studies Outstanding Seniors are Shaylee Payne and Savannah Copeland. Over the last 4 years, Shaylee Payne has studied screenwriting, animation, creative writing, and film analysis, earning a degree in integrated media and a minor in English, with experience working alongside Ohio University's Grid Lab to research motion capture technologies. She is inspired by her love for her family and storytelling, specifically the works of Disney, Pixar, and Studio Ghibli, and is working towards a career in story development post-graduation. She is a current child care provider for the YMCAs of Central Ohio. Savannah Copeland is a screenwriting and producing major with hopes of becoming a screenwriter in the television industry. Ohio University has given her countless friends and opportunities, and she will always cherish this time in Athens. Congratulations to Shaylee and Savannah.
The Director's Award of Excellence recognizes students for their academic performance, but also their involvement in the school and contributions as a whole. We have so many outstanding and exceptional students who are going to be so successful and actually already are. This year's recipients will be introduced by a variety of faculty members in the school.
It is my honor to introduce Tony Pape, a recipient of the 2021 Director's Award. Tony is an honors tutorial college student studying film and television. During his time, Tony produced multiple short films, which landed him in film festivals across the U.S., including the Austin Comedy Film Festival, the Atlanta Comedy Film Festival, the Florida Comedy Film Festival, Chicago Comedy Film Festival, Portland Comedy Film Festival. You know, comedy seems to be his thing. Orlando Film Festival, Independent Film Festival, and Real Comedy Film Fest, amongst others. Multiple times he received the Provost Undergraduate Research Award here at OU. He is a recipient of a Bobcat Seed Fund Award in 2021, and he is also the 2020 David J. Clark Memorial Scholarship recipient, awarded by the Ohio Valley chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. In 2021, Tony produced his HTC thesis Overdose, a full-length television show pilot, which he is now circulating amongst producers and agents in the entertainment industry. With all that, Tony is among my humble students, always eager to learn, work hard, and help others. He's destined for a great career in the entertainment industry and will be on his way to LA this summer along with a great community of media creators. Congratulations, Tony, on this award and all of your success here at OU.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Stützl, and I'm happy to present this Director's Award to Stacy Masso. Stacy is a screenwriting and production major with a psychology minor. She has been a top student in almost all of her classes, and it was a pleasure for me as her advisor to see her succeed in her studies each semester. But it was an even greater pleasure to see her creative spirit evolving, to share the passion with which she has been pursuing her creative and intellectual goals. I have often felt there is something special, something in the way she relates to others, something deeply poetic. And poetic, not just in the sense of creating sentences like, quote, online classes are really nightmares dressed as daydreams, end of quote, but closer to the original Greek sense of the word poiesis, which refers to the larger process of bringing forth something new, something we might not have expected, something that helps us grow as people and connect to one another. When Stacy told me she was going to apply for the Ohio in LA program, I felt that was exactly the right kind of program for her creative energy to find an ideal environment of productivity and growth. And I was right. There in LA, in the virtual LA program, that is, I learned from Roger Cooper, she was the writer and assistant director of Far Too Young. In addition to her key roles in the production, she was an energetic and proactive leader and team player. She was also the first intern at Scout Productions, which is owned by the successful OU alum David Collins. And Scout will now provide an internship to an Ohio in LA student during each program. So Stacy's work at Scout helped foster that kind of connection and prepare the ground for others to become successful creative workers. So I'm very happy to present this award to Stacy. Stacy, congratulations and all the best for your future.
It's with great enthusiasm that I present the next Director's Award to Nate Saar. Nate is an honors tutorial student in the music production and recording industry track here in the school, and he is completing a thesis project for which he has invented a new genre called a songcast. I've worked closely with Nate this year as his thesis director, and it's really been something I've looked forward to even amid this crazy year that we've had. Working with Nate each week has really been a joy. He is a fantastic musician and scholar, and I'm sure whatever he chooses to do next, he will do with kindness, talent, and a sense of humor, which we have shared each week. Congratulations, Nate. It's been a great year. Thanks.
I have the distinct pleasure of presenting one of this year's Director's Awards to music production and recording industry major Gray Longfellow. One of the great joys of teaching is having the opportunity to work with students who enter the program with obvious native talent and enthusiasm, and through their own hard work and commitment to the craft, and of course the guidance and experience of their instructors, reach the end of their 4-year journey having grown into professionals ready to take on the world. Gray is just such a student. Their work this year with Brick City Records and the Ohio University School of Music has been nothing short of spectacular, resulting in audio productions that are on a par with any seasoned engineer. I've been particularly struck by Gray's poise and professionalism in the recording sessions I've observed that they've supervised. Musicians prosper in the studio when they feel the person at the helm has a steady hand and a trustworthy ear. And Gray is exemplary in both areas. Also, I've been very impressed by Gray's mentoring instincts, always willing to work with students who are following in their footsteps and generously sharing those skills they themselves acquired during the prior 4 years. So, well done, Gray. We're all looking forward to learning of your future achievements and, of course, hearing your music production work to come. Congratulations.
I am presenting a Director's Award for Kaylee Shaw. Kaylee Shaw is a Games and Animation student, and she's been a fantastic student, a lovely presence to have in class. She's an excellent artist and animator, and then she also built out her skill set to include coding so that she could work on games and interactive forms of media. And she's been an employee at the Grid Lab for a good chunk of her undergraduate career, as well as an intern for Lantern Light Studios. Great work, Kaylee. Congratulations on graduating.
I am very pleased to announce Jenna Prosser as a recipient of a Director's Award. Jenna is an amazing person. She has been a great student in the School of Media Arts and Studies and contributed to the university as well. Jenna is a head writer on Fridays Live. She's directed Friday's Live episodes. She worked on Shootouts and a number of different other productions on campus. She is a triple minor in theater, English, and philosophy, a screenwriting and producing major, has a certificate in 21st century leadership, involved in many worthwhile organizations on campus. Again, Jenna is an amazing person and a 3.9 GPA and worked her way through school as well. So I could not be more proud of Jenna and very, very pleased to announce her as a recipient of the Director's Award.
My nomination for this year's Director's Award is Weiler Harmon. Weiler is a graduating senior in music production and recording industry. This year he served as president and head of A&R for our student record label Brick City Records. In fact, that video we got to see earlier was just one of 4 videos they produced this semester in partnership with Andy Walla's video production class. In his role at Brick City Records, Weiler helped steer the label through an unprecedented year, working with the leadership team to sign and release music from 4 artists, while also producing multiple live stream events from campus, as well as music streaming events through Twitch. Last summer, he was a crucial production assistant with the virtual Nelsonville Music Festival and participated in the 2020 South by Southwest course. Weiler was recently accepted into the music business program at Belmont University, where he will complete his master's degree. Congratulations, Weiler.
Congratulations to all of tonight's recipients. We're very proud of you. Thanks for all that you contribute to the school, and we're very, very proud of you. Thanks to those who presented awards for your time, for making tonight's event happen. We're really grateful to you. I want to say a special thanks to the Student and Alumni Relations Committee, Tyler Ayers, and especially Andy Walla for all that you did. Andy especially did so much work this year on the committee. And as a faculty member, and I know those who are students know how much that Andy brings to our school. And so thank you so much, Andy. Congratulations to the graduating seniors of 2021. As we close the show, we're going to roll down the names of our graduates. Good luck to everyone. I know there are many, many successes ahead for you. And so thank you for tuning in, and good night.